Let's show him who rules the road. Ha 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 ha. Let's show him who rules the road. Ha 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 ha.
Hello, LEGO Transformers fans. This is Soundbox with another exciting episode of LEGO Transformers. Here we have Wildrider. Now, Wildrider is the second Stunticon we've introduced. The first one we had Dragstrip. Now we're introducing Wildrider. Wildrider is his gray car, and he looks really good. He has a dark gray color, nice red windows, and these cool little grill things on the back, kind of like exhaust ports. Let's take a look and compare him to Legacy Wildrider. That's right, while my Stunticons are mostly Combiner Wars, I did buy Legacy Wildrider because I did not get Breakneck from the Combiner Wars when he was out. So I did get the more official looking Wildrider. So right here you can see he's got a Decepticon symbol right on his hood. I tried to simulate that with this Wildrider with a little purple piece right there on his hood. It's got the red tinted windshields. And on the back, he's got these grilled vent pieces here. And he's got this nice little tip up in the, almost like a rear spoiler, but not quite. Just the way the car is designed, it kind of like points upward. And so I simulated that as well with this nice smooth smooth piece. In fact, Wildrider is one of my most smooth vehicles so far. There's no studs showing in vehicular mode. That's a pretty good accomplishment, actually. Now for some quick size comparisons. We'll show him next to Cliff Jumper. And you can see how he could really easily bully Cliff Jumper, being that Cliff Jumper is so much smaller compared to him. Get out of here! Then we have Optimus Prime. So Wildrider is longer than Optimus Prime. However, Optimus Prime is a big truck, and so he's twice as tall. And I don't think Wildrider will be bullying Optimus Prime anytime soon. We'll have to wait for somebody else to come by to do that. And let's compare him to Thundercracker. So you can see the jets are much wider than the cars. The cars are narrower, slimmer. Now, Dragstrip was about 4 Lego studs wide, with a front piece that was 3 Lego studs wide. While Wildrider contains the same slim look all the way through his body. He basically is 3 studs wide all the way down. Now I like this little ingot piece, so I used it as part of his roof. It just looks so great. I just love it. And these slanted parts here, they're more slanted to look like his actual car, but then there's a curved piece here. Kind of gives you that curve and slanted design that the car kind of maintains. Now these slanted pieces are actually Creo pieces, while most everything else is Lego on him. And for his transformation, I did use some hinge pieces here to allow his arms to fold out. The downside is these Stunticons, while they're really cool, their wheels do not actually turn. They're just singular studs mounted on through some pieces with holes in them. but you can definitely simulate driving around. And it's funny, many of the newer Transformers barely roll on their wheels in their vehicular modes nowadays. Wonder why that went to the wayside. Hopefully they bring back better rolling. Okay, so now let's do what we've all been waiting for, the transformation. But just before we transform, we need to talk about the Wildrider Challenge. Did you complete the Wildrider Challenge? So, how many Wildriders are in other LEGO Transformers videos? I've been sneaking them in. Let's see if you got the right answer. Okay, to transform Wildrider, we'll lift him up. We'll look at him, and his legs actually rotate out. They are mounted on a pin that's 3 studs wide, and it goes through these curved pieces that are hooked together to make his legs. So it rotates his legs out just like that. Now we can stand him up, and wow, he got mighty taller. Now let's unfold his arms. They're mounted on these Lego hinge pieces, so they just fold right down. And his hands can rotate out. Then we fold his head down. And here we have Wildrider in his robot mode. Now here we have Wildrider in robot mode. Wildrider is one of my favorite Stunticons. And for many years now, there has not been a Wildrider figure. Till finally, Legacy, we have an actual Wildrider figure. Now in Combiner Wars, which is what my Minister is from, they do have a Breakneck who's supposed to be Wildrider, but they could not get the trademark on the name at the time. So I'm glad that Legacy made Wildrider. So this version of Wildrider is based more on his G1 look. So we have a little round Decepticon badge in the middle. We have some white squares here on his chest. Some burgundy arms. And they have a little red stripe in the arms too. And then gray from the car mode and gray hands. Now his arms kind of do rotate in and out a little bit. He can stand stiff like a soldier, or you could separate his arms out a little bit. He doesn't have much articulation other than that. And his hands you can kind of rotate a little bit. For his face, we've got this nice square block on top, this dark gray, that matches his car, gives him that good look to him. And we have this red for his face. Now Wildrider does have a red face. Guess you could say he's always blushing. So here we have the feet. The vents on the car in the back are showing, and you have this little triangle toe that was made from the back hood. I think that just looks great. Both as a robot leg and in car mode. The only thing I wasn't able to do was split his rear spoiler, which he doesn't really have a total spoiler, just a little flat part on the top there. And his headlights kind of show a lot under his arms. From a side view, he looks like this. And from a back view, he looks like this. So in making him, I wanted the head to flip out. And I wanted the arms to be his actual car hood. So I had to split the car hood in 3 pieces. One for each arm, and then one for the back of the head. So he does have this awkward car part sticking out of his back, which the actual figure doesn't. But other than that, he does look very, very good. He has his red stripe going down the side, which was his windshields and windows. You could see his wheels. You could definitely see that he was a car. So now let's see how he compares to his friend, Dragstrip, who we saw last time. Here's Dragstrip in robot mode, and this is nice. They both are about the same size. Dragstrip is a little bit shorter, Wildrider's a little bit taller, but they're very close in size, and that's good because the Stunticons all were relatively the same size, except for, of course, Motormaster, who is much bigger. And they all combine and become Menacer. Can't wait to stick around for that, right? Let's move Dragstrip out of here. We'll also use Thrust as a size comparison. And Wildrider is slightly taller than Thrust, but not by much. So all in all, I think they're a good size. Now let's bring in my Legacy Wildrider figure in robot mode. He dwarfs my Lego Wildrider. I guess we should kind of adjust the camera a little bit here, zoom out a little bit. There we go. And this Legacy Wildrider is a great looking figure. He looks very much like his G1 aesthetic, but these dark gunmetal grays really make him look good. Now I know the original specs of the figure, they want you to break apart his hood, but I like his hood like this. I don't like to break it apart. I like the back hood backpack that's kind of raised. It doesn't bother me at all. In fact, the original figure, it kind of, the hood would just flip back like that anyways. I think it looks better than making the T-cape from it. So let's move him out of the way now. And we'll zoom back in on our main star, because this isn't Transformers. This is Lego Transformers. Our main star Dragstrip here. So, if you liked what you saw, definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you think of him. And leave a like on the video if you like it. And definitely subscribe if you want to see more Lego Transformers. Thanks for watching.